Howdy, my name is Oatmealent, and this is our Let's Play of EU4 as Japan, built from a Daimyo. Where we left off, we were expanding at three fronts. We're annexing our last vassal, the only annexation we will actually do. We're expanding in the Philippines, attempting to expand into this island, which I believe is... I'm not really sure. Maybe it's part of Malaysia. And we are expanding in Siberia. Now, as you can tell, I've put a lot of resources in making this line in Siberia. Reason being, Russia has every reason to want to come out here and take as much of Siberia as possible. And we want Siberia. Now, we've sent our diplomat, or conquistador, or whatever, to Russia, and is going to go through Russia and find us the rest of Europe. Because eventually, we are going to have to make a coalition against Russia. Although this Russia is very different than the Russia I played, they are allied with Denmark and Norway. So that's very different. Probably don't want to get in a war with them, but probably won't have any choice, because as soon as we have touching colonies, they'll have a CB against us. Not that they'll necessarily declare war, but they may. And we can see that the Ming and the Manchu have an alliance, and that they're using that alliance to fight Uzbek, the Otath Horde, Tibet, and Shan, and they're winning. So this isn't a huge problem, although I would have considered Shan to be, like, these provinces to be provinces that were fair game for me. I prefer not to take over Sunni provinces, but I will. And, well, I don't really know how this war is going to go. My suspicion is that the Manchu declared it, and they're shooting for these two Manchu provinces right here. Yeah, that's my strong suspicion. Now, we've improved relations here quite a bit, and we still have a hard time making a positive relationship with them because they have a claim, casus belli, marked us as a rival. It's a tough life. Now, the next technology we get is the Noble Republic, which means that we want to save up as much as we can to get a couple of ideas in that group. For those of you who don't remember, we moved our capital to here so that we could colonize deeper into Siberia, otherwise we couldn't. Colonial range would be dictated by our nearest port, not adjacent provinces. Additionally, this will allow all of Europe to be considered part of our non-overseas provinces. So that's rather good. Their leader's pretty strong. We've been pretty fortunate with our leaders. They've all been above the average of 3, with our starting one having been the same total number as our current one. So here we could bump up our national tax, and that would be strong. But boy, I would much rather have positive relationship with the Ming in Japan. The Ming in Korea. I have no reason to fight them right now. I have no desire to fight them right now. Oh, we don't have a mission. It's because I didn't want to take the fortified Manila. That's just kind of a silly mission. So this place is Arctic, which is reducing their settler chance. Another thing we have to keep track of is how many troops they actually have over here. We've been having to build a lot of troops many more than we would want normally, because if we don't, then they will declare on us and our progress of 41% will be lost. I would prefer that not to be the case. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the Ortath Horde loses here. Ah, iron. Here. Good. I'd be interested to see what the Ortath Horde loses from this war. My suspicion is that they'll lose their leadership over... Oh, I don't think you can lose a personal union. They're not vassals. Few shady characters have appeared at our court, offering service to our shogun. They claim to be willing able to do any a proper ruler would never do publicly. So I can gain prestige or gain spy offense. Now, I don't suspect to be fabricating claims anytime soon, but I wonder if... I don't think spy offense will affect this, so I'm actually going to go ahead and take the prestige. That'll do spy defense, technically. Sure. We'll take the prestige. Into Russia we march. I would have preferred a horse, but I will take what I can get. Because we have so radically many troops, I mean, we have twice the number of troops that I would normally want. We don't have hardly any income. And that's a shame. But we'll disband many of them. Now, yearly inflation reduction would be quite nice, actually, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick him up. Reason being, it's not actually very much inflation reduction, but it's enough. It's enough that it should make us about even, about no inflation. Oh good, this is the province that actually matters. We got 100 people here. And this is the one that actually matters for winning the race to these two provinces. I don't think we'll probably get that one, but what we're gonna do is our next two colonies will be here and here. So that we can cut them off here as well if need be, if they get this province. And they only have one direction to go, so unless we get pretty lucky with some native spawns, $20 Russian troops there? Okay. I don't really get it, but okay. Yeah, if we had to fight Russia, they're on military level 9 versus our military level of 7, and they have a better unit group. But their mission is to subjugate Kazan, and seeing as Kazan is still existent and has what could be a fairly good alliance network, it might be prudent to join the coalition against Russia if they end up starting to want to attack us. Yeah, we're gonna need some fortunate events. Rebels here being one of them, or natives rather. Pretty low on aggressiveness, so. Let's see, we're gonna pick up this military tech. It doesn't really do anything big. Remember that the march has to be built in a place that's adjacent to an enemy. And I guess the combat width is actually kind of a big deal. In most countries. So this must be Lithuania. It's a shame, Pose can make some pretty strong stuff. because they have such high tax and everything. If it had made spice like the adjacent province, it would have been worth a lot. Russia is now at war. They still have an alliance with Denmark and Norway, which is so weird. They're at war with Sweden. Blah blah blah. Huge war going on there. They're at war with France. Oh, France is going to be a deciding factor here. Like, I would have said that these against Denmark, Norway, and Russia might have had a chance, but against France too. France is huge. But, you know, anything that keeps Russia occupied, anything that burns through their manpower. Remember how we were running out of manpower in our Novgorod playthrough? So we're gonna have to figure out a way of... Oh wow, they consider us a competing great power. Okay, so there's Denmark. That was very much a Russian province at some point, so... Oh no, it was a Novgorodian province. It is what is St. Petersburg though, so they can't make... They can't, How did they even form Russia without that province? Oh, they can't move the capital to St. Petersburg without it. That's the one that gives them 100 of each monarch point. They can't move the capital to Russia, I see. So now we've met Sweden as well. Let's keep, wow, we're at 99 prestige. Do we have positive prestige? No. It's the exploring of all of these unknown spaces is giving us a lot of prestige. I'd forgotten about that. Maybe France won't get too involved in this war and Russia will lose. That would be very nice. Considering our cap is so high here, I'm just going to save up to 1600 and get a bunch of points in the next idea group. We gained a trader. I believe I want to use the trader. It must be in this one. Yeah, global trade power. Yeah. Okay, this is super crucial. So we gotta send, okay, there. Gotta go here. I'm actually gonna recall from here, which hurts, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And send there. Which one of these is more aggressive? They're pretty equivalently aggressive, so we'll send one there to here. So now we've met Crimea, who is allied with the Ottomans, and for some reason is a truce with the Ottomans. I don't think without getting open borders with Lithuania, which... Will they give it to us? They will. So now we can head through a lot of Lithuania, hopefully finding hopefully finding a lot of people, but... So all we have to do is take this province and they're sealed in, but they'll probably do that as soon as this is full. So we have to get lucky. One of these provinces has to come in before theirs does. Whoa, what's this occupied by? Might be Russia, I guess. Yeah, must be Russia. So let's check on our vassal. Once this is done, we'll be flooded with money. We're going to use that money to buy better advisors. Oh, colonial enthusiasm. That's useful. We get it for 5 years. That might be enough to swing the tides in our favor. So Lithuania is not doing bad if they still control all of this. Wow. They were not our friend. They were not friendly enough to give us open borders, and now this must be Poland. That's not Poland. Wow, this place is... This is actually its own country. I have not seen that. Poland must be doing just terribly. Look at that. Poland got disintegrated somehow. That might be bad for Lithuania. They tend to be kind of allies. A little bit buddies. Yeah, see, these guys are also allied, I guess. Also allied. Because we don't have a colonist here, they just keep raising up and raising up and raising up, but so long as we can keep reinforcing them, we should be fine. So let's see, what ended up happening in this war? Yeah, it looks like Manchu took back any Manchu provinces. The only ones left being these the Ming control. Okay. Did the Ming take anything? No. So this is, what's the best way to get to France? So our conquistador died. Guess we'll appoint another one. Now these natives over here might be raising up so frequently that we can't regenerate our morale. I don't know for sure. That can happen. I've had it happen before. It's very, very annoying, as you can imagine. So this is probably Hungary. And this is Bohemia. Yeah, as soon as we can get this, go ahead and do it. We're obviously pretty far behind if we have that big of a neighbor bonus. And we have to go through and cancel all of these. That just devastating army units. because we're a shogunate, we can have a lot of... we want to find France most of all, but... France is a perpetual enemy of Russia. Getting there can be a pain. Yeah, we're just gonna stop paying attention to that for a little while until our diplomats get back. So let's see here. They're at about 64%, and we're at about... this is easily the stability. We talked about it before. However, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get this tech before I bump up the... I'm gonna get the tech before I bump up the stability because I really want to get to this additional colonist and CB against Asia isn't bad. The colonist is really what we're going for. That should reduce our costs pretty significantly. Another merchant, not so important. Colonial travel time, not so important. Diplomatic relations is great when we're not a shogunate anymore. So that should reduce our colonial maintenance quite a bit. In fact, we should be positive starting the first of the month. Well, it did reduce a bit. Not quite as huge amount as I would have thought. However, we're gonna go ahead and send our colonist here. You might be thinking, well, why are you getting that second one if you only have so few colonies left if you're not planning on going to the New World? It's because the end one, the CB against the Asian countries, is pretty strong. And there are still a lot of colonies to take. There's so many colonies to take still. Particularly if we manage to seal off Russia. Right there. So our diplomat is free. I think Bavaria is next. I'm not sure of the extent to which Bavaria extends. I don't ever picture it as being that big of a country. What? My shogun, your charm has certainly done wonders for our nation. Thanks to you, we have inherited the throne. Okay. We inherited a throne. Great. We're gonna get rid of all their troops. If we need them later, we'll pick them up later. We're now going to make a move on this country. So, we were about to, okay. Colonize the islands to the north, recover from negative stability. Don't really need prestige. Don't really need prestige. But yeah, there are 2 more up here. These 2. There's just quite a few colonies. Having 3 colonists is gonna be really strong. And since the end one is good, we can always go over to the New World. It's just, I don't think it's that big of a value. But I mean, if we just have colonists sitting around doing nothing, probably still not worth the maintenance. This is Austria. Austria considered us to be a competing great power. Will not give us open orders. We now have the Holy Roman Empire thing down here, where we can see all of the Holy Roman Empire. Okay. And we should have a big positive income. Yeah, we do. So, what we're gonna do with that positive income, like I mentioned before, first, let's consolidate. Let us figure out where what all of our ships are. So these are some barks that we inherited from. So that one's doing Beijing. This one's doing Nippon, or Japan. This is got a few barks. They could go to Beijing as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this Beijing bark over here. This is just galleys and cogs. So we're gonna put them in our cog fleet. This has no cogs. So let's see here. We'll put the galleys with the rest of our galleys. We'll take all the light ships that are here. Here's some more galleys. And this place, yeah, I don't really want to offer them vassalization. I just gonna want to take them out. So let's go ahead and do that. And they should be kind of a pushover with how many more troops we have. So let's take all the light ships here. Send them to protect trade in Beijing. We have one in the Philippines, just sort of keeping pirates at bay. The Philippine trade node currently is dominated by these guys because they have the important center of trade, but eventually we will beat them out, and I'm not in a hurry to do that. Cogs, galleys, okay. This is our combat fleet. Almost all galleys, but considering that these are all considered inland seas. Now we're going to go ahead and take this, because that'll allow us to declare on the Roku Islands next. And they should have a lot of money. So we'll do a number of wars. I've got like 100 and some. I don't know if that's really worth it. Let's see what a lot is. Let's go back to the ledger and see what a lot of money is... Korea has a lot of money. Now these cogs over here, I kind of have decided that they don't need to be there. They can go be with our cog fleet. I don't like having multiple small fleets. But we do need kind of a big cog fleet in order to go to war with probably these troops, maybe in two separate... Yeah, we've gained the Colonial causes belli against these guys. They're the only, what do they call them? Heathens. Something. Over here. We're gonna go ahead and take them out. That's a diplomat. So this is almost done, and we are nowhere near, so we're not gonna get this. It was profitable. Both of these are making fur. That's good. Now let's see how much Russia hates us. Yeah, see, they've marked us as a rival. They consider us... Yeah. Not good. That said, they do seem to be fighting a lot. And hopefully, you know, hopefully since they've marked us as a rival, that means that they think that we're relatively even in power. I don't see how we could be, but... with our free diplomat here... I would have figured that that would have been a lot further along. So we need to find a way of getting through here. And getting to France. I don't see it. Excuse me, I seem to have caught a cold recently. Yeah, I don't see getting to France without sending a bunch of diplomats. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of him. The Conquistador is a terrible general, but oh wow, these guys united up this entire area. That's pretty powerful. That's a pretty powerful move. The reason I want my diplomats is for things like this. We need to keep our relationship strong with them. We don't want them pursuing one of their claims on us. Since we're at war, we're about to have a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't mind if Korea died on me. I'd take a lot of Korea's money, hopefully, in the process, but... Okay. They will capitulate. Oh, we have no diplomats to send. Are we not funding our ships very well? Wait, are we not funding our ships? Oh, we have no naval funding. Well, that's certainly not what I was looking for. We now have full naval funding. Now they should be disliking us for that. Yep. And even they should be, yeah. Yep. Means our next diplomat goes there, that's for sure. Go ahead and core it. And now we can do Japan is united. Oh, anti-Christian edict? Absolutely worth it. Might not be right now. Let's see. I don't really want to do anti-Christian edict right now. But I will do this. Colonize Taiwan? No. Taiwan's juicy, it looks really good, it's totally not worth it. Talked about that before. I think I'm gonna boost stability. I don't have to convert anybody yet, or I would be doing the anti-Christian edict. You need all the help you can get to convert any Sunni provinces. So. It's too bad these guys aren't in the Western technology group, because if they were, we wouldn't have to go anywhere. Ah, we do have a shot. If these peasants or whatever come up and take control of that province, we can get this province, but otherwise we don't get that one. We do have a free diplomat. Time to send him to the Ming. I don't know what makes them think that we're a great power. I guess we're considered a great power maybe when any of our ranks are positive. I think that could be it. So we lost our military advisor, and now we have to pick up a 2 military advisor? Not super emphatic about that. Yeah. I'm not really enthusiastic about spending that much on a military advisor. I'm just not going to. I do want to get better military for when Russia dows on us. They will. I thought it was overly likely that they were going to declare now. I'd join a coalition against them. Ah, good. This is now complete, which means I can go ahead and send well, what gives? What? It says Manila is our closest. Does it have to be cored? It could be that it has to be cored. Right, I need to cancel some of these military accesses. Now that I'm not a shogun, it's costing me. Now that I'm not a shogunate, it's costing me. And there are plenty of other ways to get casus bellis, don't get me wrong. I didn't have to get that idea group to get the casus belli. The reason that I did it, predominantly, is that... I guess I'll come here. Is that... I really did want the third colonist. I have a lot of colonies to make. Now, as for... This is a little bit harder to swallow. The other one was a full stability. Sorry for not even reading those out loud. I know that some people mentioned that I could potentially read those out loud and that they might possibly appreciate that, but... To me, the reading them out loud not super pumped on doing that. So we have a merchant here, and we can send a merchant to the Philippines. And we can go and cancel some of our deals over here. Now this doesn't require us to send the diplomat all the way over there, does it? Oh, it did. Okay. Wow. Okay. Poland not doing so hot. And Russia's not at war, but it's still got the subjugate Kazan, so it's unlikely that they're gonna go for me. Now, they haven't cored that province. They haven't gone for this one yet. So I still have a small window. See how there's no little dude standing here? When they start going for it, a little dude will stand there. So we can still beat him. And they're already pissed as they're gonna get at us. We want to have the least borders as possible, and this will be 2. Pretty obviously that would have been the best one, but you know, wishes were fishes. Did you tell them to core this? Yeah. I do believe now is a good time as any to go ahead and declare on these islands. With 7 troops, being even, now with 11 troops, I think I can do it. And I don't have to worry about canceling any more relations quite yet. I'll do that later. Yeah, 11 versus 7. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and declare. You see that we're gonna get 50% for full annexation, which is pretty good. They don't have full morale. We're not gonna have full morale either. Come to think of it, I can probably crank up my military expense. If I'm planning on being at war at all. And I can send. Wow, I don't know why Russia didn't do that. Well, let's go ahead and core this. Now this is not a high priority target. This is kind of a high priority target just 'cause it's so profitable and won't make anyone pissed. We're already going to have to piss off Uzbek. But they were going to be pissed off anyway. The ones I'm more worried about are the Ortath Horde. They're going to get pissed off, necessarily, just part of the nature of the beast there. And I'm going to wait forever. I'm going to wait as long as I can to colonize any of those, because I do not need the Manchu being all up in my face. If they already have claims, they'll just get border friction. I don't know, maybe it'd be worth it, but Philippines are pretty juicy. Philippines, Maldives, these are called the Maldives, I believe. Maybe, yeah, I think those are the Maldives. Now, I was having trouble posting some of these YouTube videos, and I still am, because they're too big. Fraps. Oh, what boat did he just kill? He must have killed the must have killed the single bark that was patrolling... yeah, they must have killed the single bark that was patrolling the Philippines. Yeah. Okay. So now our colonist from up here is free. For this province. Go ahead and take this province. There's nothing juicier on the map than that province. Aside from ones that will enable war, there are a few of those. That make them juicy for that reason. Just every province that you take in a war costs so much more to core. And then you have to spend time converting it, and money converting it. I don't really need the prestige. Do we have war exhaustion? Not really. It's not really worth it. Well, I don't need the prestige, but I'm gonna take it because all the other options are worse. Alright. Because they were animist, they have significantly worse fort defense. As a result, they could give us 148 gold, but I'm gonna go with full annexation instead. It'll take 9 months to convert them to our religion. Okay, I'm gonna convert them to our religion. That's gonna make them very angry. And I'll leave the troops there while that's happening. But then, as soon as it's done converting to the religion, while it's coring, they'll still have a revolt risk. I'm gonna suppress revolts. If I suppressed revolts right now, there'd still be a 3% revolt risk. I'd still want to leave troops there. You notice I'm not taking Taiwan. I wanna reiterate this again and again and again. Taking Taiwan, not value. Right now, the Ming is like, oh, Japan, we love you for no reason. And everyone else, realizes what a serious menace I am. I could take missionary strength guy right now. Don't have that bad of inflation. I'm gonna take missionary strength guy. Reason being, I want the 2. And I have missionary out, and I want to make sure to grab him because I'm gonna need missionaries soon. Strong missionaries. 'Cause look at this base tax. Oh, brutal. Speaking of base tax, I had intended to build temples a while back. But let's see if there's anything more profitable. So a temple will get me 1.05 flat, whereas a constable will get me 1.04 here. .28 there. Less than all these. So I'm gonna go ahead and build a constable here. And I guess here. Wait, what was temple again? 1.05. Yeah. And this will scale up. The constable will scale up once I get temples. It'll be worth just slightly more. So those will also be the first places that I look to build temples. Let's see here. I could have done something like get fleet basing rights in order to get to this province, but to be perfectly honest, it wasn't that. I didn't think it was that important. That said, I'm gonna take these 10 over to that province right now, because as soon as I can, I'm gonna colonize it, and it's adjacent to where I'm gonna be fighting my next war, which is gonna be against the something. These guys. They're not Sunni. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of tax income, I should say. Good resources, and they have no friends. So, yeah. I might even... Yeah, I might even recall from here, send here. Now that's going to be pretty pricey. That little move is going to be pretty pricey. You'll see. Ah, our old monarch died too soon. And our guy had an average claim, so... means we have to bump up stability really soon. Because that would lose us even more legitimacy, and as it is... This is a better place for the troops anyway, more central. This is gonna be our only... well, I'd call this the mainland, except that our capital's over here. And this is also geographically called a mainland, because Japan is an island. So this place has 100. I would only lose 100 settlers, or I could lose 50 gold. And I'm still gonna do that because it's still worth it, because it's still gonna cost me more in colonial maintenance just for those, maybe just for those 100 colonists, depending. So what are our missions? No. No. Not interested in those missions. Now where is that boat full of We've gained the diplomatic insult CB, so what does that mean that they did? That means that they have a claim on our province now? No? Well, what I do know is I really don't want this province, this colony to die, because if it dies, Russia gets it. Yeah, and this is why I left so many troops there, because the rebels are going to be pretty serious when they do rise up. I've had bad experiences in my previous Japan Let's Play with not having enough troops there, not having enough ships to take care of the rebels, and just all in all having a very bad time of it in that island because I didn't take it seriously, the chance of rebellion. And yeah, because of that extra colony, we've converted the heretics, good. So that means that now what we can do is core. What? Oh, the active missionary thing should fall down now. At the end of the month, right. So now we're below 10. Might as well go and do this. Take this ship and bring these troops on over. Now, we don't have any military rulers right now aside from this terrible conquistador. Okay. I'm doing that because I'm going to land these 9 troops there as well, and they'll be above their supply limit when I do it. Still some angry rebels. I didn't realize it'd be that far above. I didn't realize it'd be that deep into the negative. Okay. But this is a great place to break the video. We're kinda at a standstill with Russia, I hope. because they have other plans. If they dow on us, we're in a lot of trouble. Just a heap of trouble. Our best bet will be like to find one of these provinces that's like totally prickly and try to play defense. But yeah, the long and short of it is, we're gonna be in trouble if if they declare on us, and there's not a lot we can do about it. We can join a coalition against them, that's about it, but there is not an existing coalition against them. Okay. Have a nice night, and I'll see you... I'll definitely be picking this up tomorrow, but I don't know exactly when I'll get it posted in relation to this, or the next video posted in relation to this one. I'm trying to get out three a day, but like I said, the size of the videos is huge, so I hope the video quality is good.